Well, one of the issues where Turkey has again put itself at odds with other NATO members is its purchase of the Russian S-400 defense system. Other NATO members say that the purchase of this system means that these systems are not compatible with their systems, and so they have taken an opposing view, with the US saying that this purchase of the S-400 defense system jeopardizes the sale of US fighter jets F-35s to Turkey. Let's talk a bit more about the arguments over that with military analyst Deniz Kutluk, who joins us now live from Ankara. Deniz, France has posed the question: how can a NATO member turn round and buy a defence system from Russia? What are your thoughts on that?
I think France should have known the answer of that question, because they have joined in several government tenders about that. And his answer was given by Mr. Trump yesterday by saying that the issue was not black and white, and it is not the conclusion, but it was the reason of things happening in the past. And therefore, I think Mr. Trump, which is the prime complaint about the Turkish procurement of S-400, was right saying that Turkey has done its utmost to procure it from the United States, from Europe, from China. But after all, it was a bizarre time and difficult time for Turkey. It had to buy something and decided to buy it from Russia. On the other hand, since Mr. Macron raised this question yesterday, he didn't pay attention that the other members of NATO also have been using S-300s and 200s for long. And namely Slovakia, Bulgaria, Greece for S-300s, Poland, Hungary for S-200s. I wonder why Mr. Macron did not complain about their usage, but only Turkey's new procurement of it, which is at the early days of establishment of the Turkish system.
The US has said that Turkey's relationship with Russia and its purchase of the S-400 defense system puts in doubt the US sale of F-35 fighter jets. That has in fact been delayed. Is Turkey responding to that?
I think it is still an ongoing debate with the US, between Turkish authorities, and they are hoping to reach a compromise solution between themselves about F-35s. And Turkey reiterated its position lately that if there was a complaint coming from the US side about the technicality of the mismatching with systems F-35 to S-400s, then we should establish a group of experts to look at the issue and to find a better way out how to compromise to this issue. Therefore, the deal is not closed yet, but it's ongoing, as I understand.
Just taking a step back and looking at the military alliance as a whole, in terms of the strength of NATO, how concerning are the differences, and do you think that these differences can be overcome?
I think it has to be overcome, and there has been such difficulties in the past, and the NATO is able to find a way to reach a compromise among members. And since the issues at stake is very high, it regards to security of the nations, and since the NATO has expanded and became so big a security provider to the world states, currently number of members also raised to 29, but with partners that number reached to 70 states, which constitutes 1/3 of the United Nations members. Therefore, NATO radiates security, peace and stability to the rest of the world, and answerable to UN Security Councils when needed. All in all, the NATO is an important instrument, and there is no such an other instrument replacing NATO on the earth. So I don't think that the member states will allow such discrepancies will hurt alliance solidarity and coherence. And in Turkey, in no way has become a threat to NATO's political cohesion. But from time to time, national interests will have to be defended where necessary as well, as you will appreciate.
Deniz Kutluk speaking to us in Ankara. Thank you very much indeed for that. So 3 hours of formal talks underway here in Hertfordshire. They're due to finish at around 1 o'clock GMT. That's 1 o'clock local time here in the UK. After that, leaders will break into little separate groups, little huddles, side chats, where they will talk about some of the concerns and the challenges between themselves. We are expecting a statement from NATO Secretary General Jens Stoltenberg about half an hour after that, around about 1:30 GMT. And that formal statement will really give us a sense of how discussions have gone here in Hertfordshire. So we'll be talking to you after that. But for now, back to you, Adnan.